Hey, welcome to another episode of The Goalpost, and I'm joined by my boy, Chisibanda. Come on,
Yeah,
dog.
sure, please. Uyazi mfethu galaxies.
Yeah.
Uyazi mfethu. It's a Friday. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
have a beer. Obviously, ngifuna ukushaya beer fast, so I think right now terms pushes into the grand season with
No doubt, dog.
Yeah.
I see you representing your club, Man City, through and through.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Obviously, the next comment that's gonna come is when did you start supporting Man City? You know, that's always the first thing people ask you when they see you wearing a City shirt.
I was like you read my mind, dog. Like
Yeah,
when,
you look. People always say that. So I mean, you know my background pretty much.
Yeah.
Out at Sekasi, obviously the so-called you're trying to fit into these schools. We used to go to very white schools. We're lucky enough to be privileged about that. But in the background, but you see, we weren't as privileged as most people. Like me, a Premier League football. I think in 2007, 2006, Lapo. Around that time, and that's when I think my brother had first started to get his first job. So and I was watching and he was a big Arsenal fan. Yeah, my brother, huge Arsenal fan. And our cousin as well eventually became an Arsenal fan. So I'm an Arsenal fan when we first started. But you could see, I could feel good to me now, Arsenal fan through loyalty, Grootman and stuff like that. So I think when I started to get into the rhythm and start watching it regularly, I realized, no man, umuntu have any team yake. And you know, back in the time, it's either you were Arsenal, Man United. Liverpool fans were starting to hide themselves between those times as well. So you'd rarely find a Liverpool fan unless it was someone from Eldos or something, and he's Eldos. So it was always that case. But then I think back then it was all about Joga Bonito, and the time when they were signing all these big Brazilian players. And for me, when they signed Robinho, it was like, that's the signed deal. I mean, I have to be on the blue side of Manchester. And I think for me, from then on, Die Hard, I think I have something like 11 T-shirts. It's them in seats, they're fun. I'm even getting a warning from the fiance. You need to buy something else now when you go to the shops. But that's the story, man. That's the story for me.
Yeah, no, but for me, it's understandable for you to support such a team because from a organizational standpoint, I find Man United. Like Man United right now, we are a great brand, but on the field, we're the polar opposite of it. We are just terrible, you know. And I don't want us to even talk about United because like I've been ranting about Man United and it's becoming very monotonous, you know. So let's of course discuss the fixtures that are taking place this weekend. I mean, it's thank God football is back because international break for me is a pain in the ass. Like I hate international breaks, you know.
And I mean you can't go past indaba international break and then ungakhulumi bafana.
The thing is that I covered that on Monday.
Is it?
Did. Yeah.
So my heart is still sore. Hey, my heart is still sore.
It's still sore.
It's still sore, man. I think especially because Leandro I am Rushin De Rook. I'm a big fan of Rushin De Rook, and for Uti that's to happen to him, and Uti as a country is very unforgiving. But for it to happen to him was very sort of heartbreaking. But yeah, I think he learns. He's a very young player, also cooler, man, and that squad in general is brilliant. They're gonna grow. Also figure to a point where they're going to be our shining stars. So yeah, no, definitely.
And as well, credit to the coach, Mfethu. Like I always, for me, I feel like that's the most fundamental part of a football team. Once you get the coaching correct, look at us, Man United. Ever since Fergie left, isn't as garage. Like things have just digressed. Whereas when you look at Bafana, Mfethu, Coach Hugo came in. He's of course managed 7 games, won 5, drew 1, and then the one that we lost on Sunday, that was for me that was totally they were robbed
definitely.
Yeah.
But no, hence heads down. Hugo came in, keep on and the kids did really well. So no, we can go back. Let's go back to to this week's
Premier.
games. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Just can you just please bear with me while I quickly share that bit?
Yeah. So I also have it open on my side. I don't know if you guys play. Do you guys play fantasy?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm really good at fantasy. It's like even Nassis Panini, like for the past 2 seasons, I'm the one that's winning it, you know. I study this thing. It's like I know
So is it linked to okay, well, normally when we find people who play fantasy or Man United fans, they pick a lot of Man United players, right? And Man United does really well for a few, maybe 4 or 5 games. I mean, the time Ronaldo started, all the guys had Ronaldo, Bruno, Pogba, all those guys, and they were getting all those points. But man, you say those guys are the ones who are dropping.
Exactly. You see, with me, Sihle, I'm a football supporter first before I'm a Man United supporter first. So, like, I knew when we signed Ronaldo, the buzz is high. We play Newcastle United, a dead team. Of course, things are gonna change as time progresses in that club. But at the moment, they're a dead team. You know, Ronaldo has a good record against Newcastle, so that's why I bought him. I captained him. And he got me the points that I needed, you know, for that game week. So, but now I don't have any Man United assets. I have none. Like, after that, actually, before the Liverpool game, that's when I cleared everyone because I knew Liverpool were gonna give us 5 or 6. You know, I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen. You know, but that's another topic for another day. Dog. So tomorrow, 2:30, Leicester Chelsea. Dog.
This and this is a good game to kick off a weekend, especially after we've been deprived of football for a long time. But I was looking at it. They said one of my favorite players, I think, between these both teams. I don't know if you know Yuri Tillemans. Big fan.
I know.
Big fan of Yuri Tillemans. I think. Mina ngimizu Tillemans because I pull Tillemans. Every time he's on a rush when he's playing Kiski, and that guy just knows football. I think a few more seasons he's not going to be playing for Leicester for very long. He's a very quality player. So I heard he's out. He might be out for a few weeks as well. So that's a big factor for Leicester. I mean, he's the source of goals for them. He creates a lot. He takes a lot of their dead balls. He's probably the one with the most vision next to Madison. So for me, I think for them, he's going to be a big miss. And then, of course, it's up to the Vardy party. Is Vardy going to steal the show again? But we highly doubt it. I mean, Chelsea rarely concede goals. I mean, 7 clean sheets this season already. Their defenders are scoring almost every single game. I'm pretty sure everyone has a Chelsea defender for fantasy.
Perhaps at least 1 or 2. I have thingy. I have Rudiger, but I wish I had Reece James because I can't afford Reece James.
Yeah. He's nice and cheap. Was it 5.5 or something? 5.7.
And as well, he's got a very good attacking return. I mean, against Newcastle, I think he scored 2 or was it 2 goals?
Scored 2, assisted 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Listen, and then a clean sheet on top of that. So that's just bonus points galore.
It's fine. So for me, I think I went the other way. I went Chilwell. So Chilwell was in form, and I was getting the points for Chilwell. Then it dried up and went to James. So it's a big factor, I think, to think about that. In any case, what do you think? I know I've always wanted to ask, maybe, how has Chelsea been? How have you feel Chelsea have been doing since they haven't had strikers?
Okay, for me personally, I think Chelsea, defensively, they are solid. Like, they're very solid. The goalkeeper, Mendy, like, Mendy basically is David De Gea 5 seasons ago, man. Like, guy is just
time,
exactly. So for me, they're not a joy to watch. Like, I wouldn't say Chelsea are the most entertaining team. No, they're not, but they are very competent. You know, they are organized. And for me, I feel like Tuchel steadied the ship that, like, he steadied the backline where Lampard failed to do so, you know. And with that being said, it's very difficult to beat Chelsea, you know. And That's how they are. They're not a team that creates a lot of chances. They really don't. They hardly do. Even though they signed Lukaku, who I felt like they weren't meant to sign, because for me, I don't rate Lukaku. I don't know about you. Lukaku. Like I think Lukaku's his modern day strikers need to know how to play with their backs against goal. Like when you look at your Benzemas of this world, you know. Elite strikers, they know how to, you know, if Paula Liesa, like Bayala's Paula, like I'm sure they one ball first time and they know how to play, you know, they know how to hold up ball and link up play with other players.
So I want to be fair, to Lukaku. I think Lukaku's a very good striker, ne? I think what lets him down is the first touch. And we asked if it's not like this good coach. If you can't trap, you can't play him.
You can't.
And if Lukaku is going to get a 60-yard pass from someone or 30-yard pass from someone, and he's not going to control it, in a team that's set up for counter attack, because Chelsea is set up for a counter attack. And if you ball us Tolo Tuchel, the plan is Lukaku, then we get out through Lukaku. So if that's not going to happen, then he's going to struggle to get goals in any case for himself and to create goals for the rest of the team. But then again, I think early days, same thing like I like to say about most players in Premier League. Early days, we don't want to judge someone of 4 or 5 seasons. Yes, he's been here for years before that, but definitely early days, we need to give him a few more games. And I guess it's going to be a bit more tougher as well, because he's going to pick up quite a lot of injuries. The league is much faster, and of course, I think his body is probably a bit much heavier. I think he's carrying much more weight than he should be in any case for this league. But that's what I think for this game. It's going to be a big one as well.
Yeah, and then your predictions, Leicester.
So I think like I said, Leicester struggle without Tielemans. Probably gonna go with like a Chelsea 3-1 or a Chelsea 2-0. I still think they're gonna win by 2 goals. It won't be as tight as we think, because I think they also have a problem. They have a problem in defense, Leicester as well. So Soyuncu hasn't been as great. Yes, Evans is returned and he's tried to steady the ship, but Soyuncu hasn't been as good as he was last season, and they're struggling because of it. So that's what I think. 3-1, 2-0.
And you also forgot Ndidi. Ndidi is also not fit.
Yes. Ndidi is also starting to come back as well. Yeah, I mean that's how long he's been out for so long. So Scotland of course, Ndidi, and I think Ndidi could play for almost every team, man. Ndidi, that's how good he is in the Premier League. In the EPL, so yeah.
And I fully agree with you. I agree with your second scoreline 2-0. That's what I think the score will be. You know, it'll be a calm. I won't say it's an easy 2-0, but they'll be able to close out the game accordingly.
Yeah.
That's how I feel as well. Yeah, let's move on to the next fixture. Aston Villa, Brighton.
Oh yeah, so Stevie G's first game. I'm very skeptical about new coaches coming in very, very soon. I mean, he's only had maybe a week to train with the guys, and that's the guys who haven't been on international break. I think Graham Potter's Brighton have come from strength to strength. I don't know if you've checked the stats, but I think they're one of the top 5 teams in passes made this season. Brighton. So definitely the style of play has changed. They're very interesting, very fresh players now. I know there's number 10 from I think from Argentina. What's his name?
Buendia.
Buendia from Aston Villa is pretty good as well. But I think he's still trying to find his feet. Also, the fact that he has this big price tag is sort of weighing over his head, and I think he hasn't settled in. He's going to take quite some time to settle in, and I think the coach here, Aston Villa, pretty much lost his job because Buendia hasn't been firing, and the squad has been struggling itself. But you want your big guys to be pulling the team out of the ditch, and I think he struggled to do that. So I think I'm going to say Brighton here. Brighton have been traveling well, so I'm going to say maybe Brighton 2-0. I don't think Aston Villa are going to threaten. They might be struggling with a few more tactics that Gerrard's going to bring in maybe in the next month or so, but I think it's too soon for him to try to overturn a strong Brighton side.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with Graham Potter, dog. Like, you know, Brighton's strength is holding on to the ball. And that's why even when it comes to conceding, they don't really concede a lot. Besides when they played you guys taught them a football lesson.
Yeah, no, when it's next day, they know when we play Brighton, well, it's always something hectic.
Yeah, MX is your training ground. It's pretty much like Old Trafford now. Like,
yeah. But,
so yeah,
but no, definitely.
Yeah, I also agree with you, bro. Like Steven Gerrard, still new to the league. Of course, Premier League is a very tough league, you know, especially coming from the Scottish League where Celtics are the only. That's like the only tough fixture. Yeah, whereas now Brighton can Shire on its day, you know. So I also think Brighton, Graham Potter will be prepared. He's got the players. He just has Sanchez out, the goalkeeper.
Yes. I heard the keepers. I saw the keepers out. I think I had him in my fantasy team as well. So I need to go make a plan for him later.
So you took a -2, dog.
so no, I didn't. So before the international break, I never make a sub before international break. I'd rather take the hit on the points. But I know when people come back from international break, there's a lot going on. So you want to keep the two fantasy substitutions or transfers. So that's what I always do when it's international break. I never take that risk.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But So I just need to check that out. I'll check it out as soon as I'm done here. I'm getting a lot of points as well out of this call as well. So I can get some tips for my team.
Of course. Yeah. So Nami, I agree with you. I think Graham Potter's side will win. I say 2-1. I think maybe they'll only concede maybe one goal. Okay. You know, but like it will still be a Brighton win, in my opinion. Okay. Burnley, Palace, you know.
So I think Burnley's form is very patchy. They're relying a lot on the counter attack, and they rely a lot on two players. Right now, they're relying a lot on this new guy.
Kone.
Maxwell Kone. And Dwight McNeil. So if Dwight McNeil and Kone are not in the game, Burnley is pretty much out of the game because they're the people who need to provide the supply. It's a very hard-working team, but I mean, I'm very happy with what Patrick Vieira has come and done at Crystal Palace. He's really changed the atmosphere and the attitude of the players. Conor Gallagher has been a player to watch for Crystal Palace. I mean, every time I watch, he's always involved. He's the traditional box-to-box that we used to see back in the day in the Premier League. He's there helping out in defense. He's up front trying to create chances, and he's one of the players I'm actually bringing in this week. They have a nice run of fixtures coming pretty soon. Even Man United have a nice few run of fixtures coming very soon. So I'm thinking Crystal Palace will have too much for them, especially with Benteke and Edouard starting to fire up front as well. So Crystal Palace. Look, I'm gonna go big here. I think there's gonna be a hectic 3-0, 3-1 here. I see someone's agreeing with me.
Waterboy wavy. Crystal Palace can take the W.
No, definitely.
No, Sihle he's like 3-0. You know. So hey, you guys, say you think alike. I mean, and as well with Palace, I'm also
no, definitely. I mean, beat anyway.
Yeah, it'll be so hard, dog. So you guys think alike, you know. But another thing is, so I would just to add on to what you said about Crystal Palace, the way who's this guy? It's the player that we mentioned now.
Kone,
not Kone. Gallagher, yes. Gallagher made his international debut for England. I'm not sure if he scored.
Yes. I saw that he was put.
Yeah, even though they were playing San Marino, come on, San Marino P2 is but like they shouldn't even be playing qualifiers anymore. I think they should be relegated from that because really they 10-0 dog at home. No ways. And And I can't wait for Eze to come back, bro. Because Eze,
yes. He hasn't. I was thinking,
yeah.
There was someone who's missing from Crystal Palace that he's been so incredible last year. I mean, Eberechi Eze was incredible last season.
Dude,
for me, one of the players to watch. Also, I feel like he's another player who's not going to be playing there for long. Abo Wan Bissaka line, he's going to be there 2-3 seasons and he's going to be out. But he's a very good player, dude. Very good player. So yeah. And what you thinking? What you thinking is the score?
I know. I think it won't be 3. I think maybe it'll be 2. You know, because Burnley at Turf Moor to that stadium, dog. In Esquaquala, like.
Of course.
It's not an easy place to go to. They play negative football, high balls, and they've got size for days. It's like they're an NBA team, pretty much.
So you know what I feel about Burnley is that because they play such negative football, if they go one behind very early, the fans start to sound less intimidating in that stadium. I think far too often, if you score early against Burnley, you have a good chance of killing the crowd and trying to get yourself into the game. But the longer you keep them in the game, the longer you let them into the game, and then they start hurting you, especially when they start getting those deep set pieces in your box. So everyone starts feeling uncomfortable in those sort of games. But no, definitely.
Yeah. No. Let's move on to the next fixture here. Newcastle and Brentford. Eddie Howe's first game in charge.
So again here, I think a similar thing to Gerrard. I think Gerrard is too fresh. Eddie Howe, yes, he's been out for quite some time, and I think taking over this Newcastle side now, especially, is not the best time. I think you could have waited maybe to like January, and then you have a chance to bring in some players. But the flip side or the positive is that you get to work with the side and know who you want to bring in when you have the January transfer window. Look, with a pretty much a blank check that Newcastle have now, they can start threatening the market. The tricky part as well, then, if I go back to Brentford, Brentford has started very well. They're starting to feel now that the Premier League is very high paced. They don't have like lots of guys going for international breaks. They don't have many guys who are playing in like Champions League midweek games, or they don't have big games that are playing midweek. So they're only focusing on their games on Saturday, which means that the first team is always the first pick. My first team is my first team, and I'm going to play them up continuously. And the Premier League is tough like that because we realize, okay, this is your first team. We plan against it. So for me, I think I agree with Sihle. It's going to be a tough game. Especially Brentford need to start cracking on and getting back the results that they've been losing in the past few games. Newcastle will need to end this run of terrible games. So it's going to be tough. I think we might find a nice humdinger here, something like 2-2 or a 3-3 a game here, because everyone's going to be hungry to get the points and start this new patch. I mean, we're only getting new international football in March now. So now it's time for everyone to crack on. Everyone has to be ready, and everyone needs to be running at full pace until January. So I think 2-2, 3-3, a hectic game here.
Yeah, no. With me, bro, you are right. Like I concur fully. You know, it's a very tough fixture there. Considering the form that both teams are on, I mean, they're not really doing that well. Ivan Toney, I expected so much from him from Burnley, from Brighton rather. I thought maybe he'll hit the ground running, you know. But like you said, Premier League is a tough league. It's a wake-up call. So, hey, man, I'm leaning towards Newcastle, hey. Like what a boy Wavy says. My money's on Newcastle. I think they'll just nick it, you know, maybe a 1-0 nyana and then Bapagi pass. And then just take the place out.
But the Newcastle can't park pass. That's one thing that Newcastle can't do is park the pass. I think even if when they start doing that, they actually at their weakest point. Newcastle is better when Alan St. Max is running at you the whole game, and that's the pretty much the only way you can try to survive, because Brentford is strong up front, And if they aren't resilient at the back, they're going to struggle this game. And I think one of my favorite players, go Brentford, is Mbeumo. I don't know if you know
Mbeumo, from France.
Mbeumo's incredible. Mbeumo's incredible. So I'm a big fan of him. So no, that's my thing. That's my thinking. 2-2, 3-3. Let's see.
Okay, I'm saying 1-0, but it's gonna be those stinky ones. Like the upright will be playing the upright will play its role in saving Newcastle, but I think they'll just nick it. Hey, and then Norwich and Southampton. I mean, Norwich got a Mike Dean. I mean, what's his name? Dean.
Norwich.
Mike Dean.
Yeah, I remember let me see. Yeah.
No,
they got Dean Smith. Dean Smith.
My bad.
So now we're speaking about the ref now.
Yeah, it's the ref.
So Dean Smith. I think a similar thing for Dean Smith. Yeah. Dean Smith, you just jumped out of a job at Aston Villa where you're struggling with form, and now you're going to jump into a struggling club called Norwich, who are they. Look, to be honest, they don't have much of a squad. To be honest, I think that team, whenever you come, they bring it back to Premier League. They need to buy Premier League worthy players. Yes, they have Abu Pukki and Abu Cantwell, but when they went down, no one wanted to buy Pukki. No one wants to buy Cantwell. So are we saying those guys are Premier League material if they aren't staying up when the tab is going down? So similarly, Southampton is similar ditch. They patchy at best. I think they play exciting football at times, but then again, it's not wielding results. Last season, Hassan Hutu, right? Hassan Hutu was really doing quite a bit with the team, but man, man, I think here we might find something boring, maybe a 0-0 or a solitary 1-0, but like I don't know. These two teams, when I watch them, there's not any more excitement in their play, and for them it's like we're hoping that we turn the corner at some point, but when is that point going to be is my question all the time. So I think I'm gonna give this one to Norwich. I have 1-0 to Norwich.
You're saying 1-0? Hey, I read Southampton's manager, man. Like, this guy is resilient. Like, to be honest with you, I thought Southampton are gonna be a relegation candidate this season. Thought maybe they will struggle, especially losing Danny Ings to Aston Villa.
Yes. Danny Ings is huge.
Yeah. So Armstrong has come in. Now Armstrong, even in fantasy, he scored the winning goal for them, and then they left back. He's a Chelsea loanee. Ubanu Morte. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He gets me points for fantasy.
Is it
that guy? He's clean sheets, bro. Southampton have clean sheets, bro. A lot.
I wonder who that is. Is it? Yeah, you're actually right. Because that's what I'm saying. Southampton don't concede a lot of goals, and they don't score a lot as well. So that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a low-scoring game. It's a 1-0 because Southampton's Obanyats are thinking, hey, it's a new coach, and it's going to take the risk. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe Norwich. So I don't know.
Me and Waterboy Wavy are on the same wavelength here. So I'm saying Southampton. I'd say 2-0, because they're not a team that concede, and that's because they're very good at holding on to possession. I always tell people holding on to possession is also another form of defending. So I stick to Southampton. Dean Smith, H-Bad, it'll be a learning curve for him. And then.
No, but you guys always beat these guys, Moss. Watford. Dude, Watford says me shy Watford. So it's another chance for Ole to keep his job, basically.
Dude.
And I think after this you guys have Chelsea, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's Chelsea.
And then after that you have I think a run of 10 games of all the rest.
No, it's Chelsea then Arsenal, bro.
Is it? Because I was looking at it here. Let me just go check here quickly.
Yeah,
because I was looking at it here, and it's a weird run of fixtures after that. I think you have 10 games or so after, where you're like, look, these are all the games that you're playing. So I'm looking at it here now. Fixtures. Well, Okay, because fantasy puts Arsenal as a 3, which is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why they put Arsenal. Arsenal should at least be a 4 now.
Yeah.
But it's Arsenal, then Palace, Norwich, Brentford, Brighton, Newcastle, Burnley, Wolves, Aston Villa. Jeez. So the next time you play a competitive game is against West Ham in January the 22nd.
But you never know.
Not saying those other teams. Yeah.
True. Yeah, I like this guy's comment here. He's like, the game that gets Ole fired. Doesn't Sihle, dog. I support you with this one, bro. Like for me, I'd rather take an L for Ole to get fired and then we replace him with a proper manager, because, bro, our team is a strong team, dog. We really have a good team. And as well, Claudio Ranieri, dog, he is the manager of Watford. I mean, he smacked Everton 5-2. Remember who's this? Josh King scored a hat-trick.
Yeah,
it was quite recent. Yeah. So I feel like from a coaching standpoint, Ranieri can cause him issues. Same way Unai Emery caused us an issue in Europa League final. But
I think Ranieri as well is very patchy. Ranieri is good this week. Next week his teams are terrible. Yeah. This guy has been, I think he's been through 5 jobs in 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 5 jobs in 3 years.
Yeah, true. He's been jumping.
I'm saying he's been through a lot of jobs lately.
He's been passed around like he's a joint, dog.
Yeah, no, honestly, and a cheap one, because you don't pass around expensive joints. So I think I think to be honest, Nate, United will have too much for Watford. Yes, we understand. We all want to. Well, look, I'm not gonna lie. I want to see Ole there. I like to see you guys struggling for another 4 more years.
You know very well that what Ole in charge isn't Tanyaga's mic, man.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, you guys have a good team, right? And you just need a coach now who's going to convert that good team into wins, into titles. And Ole is not going to be that one. So no, look, you see, Waterboy is agreeing with me now. I doubt they're going to go into Watford with a relaxed mentality. You went into national break taking an L. You had a heavy defeat against Liverpool as well. And it's starting to shape, Wooty. You guys are just maybe fourth to 8th or 6th team. You're basically that quality, which you're not going to win titles, but you're going to be there and thereabouts. I'm going to chase, but I'm not going to win the trophy.
Yeah.
And I think you guys don't have enough. Look, Ronaldo's going to start his form again. He's going to pick that up very soon. As soon as Bruno kicks on as well. I think Bruno's also been a crux for you guys this season. He hasn't been as good and as effective. And Ole being the coach that he is doesn't see that, and he doesn't sort of try something else, try to refresh the team in any other way. So I think for me, Man United, something heavy, man. Heavy 3-0 here.
What?
Heavy 3-0.
I know, bro. For me, bro, this team has broken my heart way too many times. You know, like it's reached the point.
Don't use emotion here. Don't use emotion here.
Okay, fine. Let me use. You are right. It's just
like it's think of it as not like it's not your team. If you were wanting Ole out, think of it in that way, because there's just too much quality for United, for a team like Watford. Yes, they beat Everton. Everton's struggling for form as well during that period. So for me, it's not convincing enough.
Okay, fine. I'd say it's gonna be an ugly. We are gonna concede, bro. Like our team defensively, strong. I mean, we've got the fridge. We've got the fridge at the back. I mean, you know, who's overrated? Like 80 million, dog. Like really, that's how much money we spend for this guy. But like, I'd say 2-1, but it will be an ugly 2-1. You know, it'll be those 2-1s, those ish. That's in the it's mini, you know. But yeah, I'd say 2-1. Yeah.
So
let's move on. Sorry.
Oh, that's hectic. So you guys 17 goals conceded this season. That's just a lot, man.
Listen to that, dog.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's EA. Into another good game. it's another good game. I think Wolves is a shadow of the former selves, of course, since they lost NES. West Ham have gone from leaps and bounds since Moyes has been freed by Man United, and I think it's going to be another humdinger. I think West Ham have been coming into these big games well prepared and well rested, and they bring a lot of good energy into those games. So I'm gonna go with the 2-1 West Ham here.
Yeah, West Ham.
I think they've got too much Wolves.
And you know what? Wolves are a team that know how to create chances. It's just that they don't know how to finish them. I mean, even how we beat Wolves, it was an ugly 2-1, an ugly 2-1, like best in class, pretty much, you know. And that's only because of them not being efficient in front of goal. And I feel like that's what's gonna make them lose this game, you know. West Ham, I mean, Antonio for Jamaica, I'm not sure if you saw his goals.
Yes, I saw that cracker.
Yeah, there was that one. Okay, the game before against Panama where he dribbled, like he took the ball from a center and then just dribbled everyone and then chipped the goalkeeper. And then I forgot against against the United States. That's when he scored that long range banger, you know. Yeah. So I just think Antonio Mfethu is effective. You know, he's not my sort of footballer, you know. I mean, I like Flair, you know. Cassie Flair is what I like, but he is effective at what he does. Ben Rahman, solid baller.
Solid.
He knows how to carry the ball very well. Declan Rice, you know, I mean, he's that sort of CDM that can also carry the ball. You know, it's not just only about breaking up play, but he knows how to also advance the ball. You know, and I like those sort of CDMs, bruh. But man, I also agree with you, man. I think West Ham will win this one. I mean, they're in the top 4, you know, which is really impressive. Are they third?
Definitely. They're third. Same points as City, bro. They 23 points.
So I agree with Sihle, 3-2. Like, I think that's what the scoreline most probably will end at, you know, 3-2 to West Ham. And I mean, I don't think they really.
West Ham,
you know, so I think that's what's gonna happen for them. And then let's just check the match of the day. I mean,
the big one.
The big one, man. I mean, this one is a big one, especially for Arsenal. I wouldn't in shower Anfield. I don't think Arsenal have won in a long time there.
I think Arsenal was just as bad as City at Anfield. You know, before we won last season, at the time there were no fans. I think we hadn't won at Liverpool since the 90s or something. So it was hectic to beat them in the league there. I guess they had a nice celebration. Even made a braai after beating them that day because it was a convincing win as well. So for me that was very comforting. But I think Liverpool always have too much for Arsenal. Always have too much for Arsenal. They're better defensively. I think that the teams that they played against probably giving them a bit more false hope to think that they are at that level. They're probably not at that level yet, but they've turned a corner. They've been playing very well for the past few games. We can't go past the fact of Emil Smith-Rowe's been incredible in his few games. I mean, he even got his England call-up recently and his first England goal. So for me, he might not have enough. I know Aubameyang's out. I heard Aubameyang's out. He picked up a bit of an injury. So Lacazette against Van Dijk and Matip, maybe not enough. Pepe and so forth. So I think Liverpool and Arsenal always give us a good game. It's always a good entertaining game. But then end of the game, it's Arsenal making it entertaining because they're chasing like a 4-0 score or something. so I think for me, Liverpool 3-0. We're looking at some Salah magic as well. So definitely.
That's Salah magic, dog. Salah is too good, man. I mean, you saw him at Old Trafford, dog. He was running the show, dog. It was bad. And you know what's crazy? is that I captained him for that.
Oh, I mean, he's the only logically. I was speaking to my other Man United friends, and they're like, "No, I captained Ronaldo because we always play well against Liverpool." I'm like, this isn't that same time, guys. This isn't that old Man United that used to grind results. Now, if a team is better than them, they usually roll over. And I captained him as well, dude. Captained him as well. It was the only option for me, pretty much, to captain in that game. Look, I even captained Salah against City when he scored that brilliant goal. So definitely, I think Liverpool 3 here. Liverpool 3 now, maybe 3-1 because I know Liverpool have been defending shit lately. But yeah.
No, I was gonna say 3-1. You know, because of that. You know, they're a team that if they don't keep clean sheets the way they should. But Arsenal are gonna get bypassed in the midfield, like they're gonna get run ragged. Especially if Partey is not fit. You see, if Partey is not in, it could be even more than 3. You know, but when Partey is in, Partey I rate Partey a lot.
And Yamark gives good balance to the team. So I think Aubameyang and Partey being assessed. So I don't know if they're going to be playing, but I think they're going to be doubts as well. And for Liverpool, it's Henderson and Robertson are also going to go through a late fitness test. So I don't know if that's going to affect the decision as much, but I think they have a good that left back from Greece is pretty good. Tsimikas, I think whenever he comes in, he holds the fort down really well. Hendo, they have good replacements in midfield anyway. I know Oxlade-Chamberlain's back as well, so they can fit that position. I think Arsenal are going to feel it the most with Aubameyang and Partey if they don't make it back. So 3-1, 3-0 to us. 3-0,
I mean, a 3-1, dog. I'm still thinking to 3-1. And then your team, you know.
Ezami
Blue versus Manchester Blue.
so Ezami is a bit tricky. We have quite a lot of informed players who are doubtful. So I know Foden and Grealish are doubtful. I know Kevin. I was watching actually on 200 this afternoon, but Kevin tested positive for COVID.
Ooh.
So international friendly, he tested COVID, so he won't be in this week. However, we are going to have. I mean, City have good options. We have Bernardo, we have Gundo back, we have Rodri. So our midfield is set at 3. We still have Mahrez, Sterling, we still have Jesus up front. So the options are there. I think Everton's players would have had more rest because everyone is a City player now is international. So I think Everton will have a bit more rest, but you know how Pep knows how to manage the game by keeping possession. He'll know the team is a bit tired and a bit worn out, so he'll keep possession and just pass it out in a bit. But I think we normally struggle with Richarlison, and Richarlison has been struggling with form as well. So for us, it's going to be how well we play against the counter. If we play against the counter attack well, I think it'll be a comfortable 2-0. Maybe not comfortable in a sense, but when you're looking at the end of the day and you didn't watch the game, you'll see City won a comfortable 2-0, but it's not really as comfortable because whenever City is playing, we're always pushing teams into their box and playing them there, but it leaves us susceptible to the counter all the time. And if Walker doesn't make an interception, a quick steal or something, we always trail games. So I think definitely for me, 2-0 City. We're at home. We don't have to do much traveling. We'll keep possession and we'll keep it moving.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. Because I see what's a boy Wavy here is a bit excited. I mean, 20-0, like is that even possible, bro?
Yeah, look. Look, I think not this City. This City is not a 10-0, 5-0 City team anymore. I think now we're more set to grind results out, which is how things should be if you don't have a striker. So I think that's where we're sitting with this result. I think 20 is a bit of a far-fetch.
The last time we saw plus 20 was Powerline and Sundowns. Remember that?
24-0. I remember that game.
Yeah, that game. I'll never ever
crazy,
forget it. You see, Kevin Sihle just mentioned that Kevin is out for 10 days. Rafa needs this win. 3-2 to the winner. I'm not sure who the winner is in his eyes, like.
So he's saying 3-2 to whoever wins, probably.
Oh, to the winner. Okay. I know, man. Hey, Pelani Everton now, they've also got the injury problems. Calvert-Lewin as well. He's been out for a long time. Because I feel like,
as well.
You see, and Decore was so pivotal too, especially him being box to box, being able to defend and also run up the field. I know, man. I say City will win, but I say 3-0. You guys, your midfield will just be too strong for this. Abu Alan, they'll be chasing shadows.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Hey, man, and then Bielsa.
Another nice game.
Hey, this one. Hey, this one, dog.
So I think two very masterful tacticians in Conte and Marcelo. I think one of I think if you love football, these are one of the games where you'd want to go sit and watch and see how it unveils. It's going to be very tactical, very sort of astute in terms of grinding out, and everyone's trying to do the right thing on the pitch. For Conte, it's all about, this is how I want you to do it, and you do it that way. If you don't do it that way, you go sit on the bench there and join anyone else who doesn't want to do it. And he's going to start building that into those Tottenham players, and eventually those guys are going to have to shape in or shape out, or ship out. So Leeds, of course, Weapon X, Rafinha. I mean, look, there's too many issues, I think, as well for them. I know Junior Firpo, Shackleton, Badenfeld, and Eiling are all still out. Luke Eiling, and all those guys are the first team players, right? So it might be a bit too much of a stretch away from home. You know how Tottenham plays really well at their new stadium as well. So I think Conte will take this 2-0. We might see a Rafinha golden moments to make it 2-1 and so forth, but I think it's a Tottenham win for this game, without thinking about it. But as well, the centre back. Who's that centre back? Yeah,
which one?
Centre back here, Tottenham, the Argentina guy.
Oh,
Christian Romero.
Yeah, Romero. Yeah,
Cucho. Yeah. So he's injured. I think he's out for almost the whole season. In fact, I heard he got injured on international break when they were playing Brazil. So that's a big miss for them. Probably have to bring back Lianco, Eric Dyer, because I'm not a big fan of that guy. He's another person who's living off the English privileges. So I think Tottenham 2-0.
And as well, Harry Kane in Mfethu, 2 hat-tricks, back-to-back hat-tricks in Mfethu, against Albania and against San Marino, which are lesser teams, of course. But
we said we're not. Those guys.
Yeah. But as you can see, Harry Kane is on a paraffin high.
Well, if we're using that as a basis, then Harry Maguire is also on a paraffin high. Because both Harrys have been scoring. Because he didn't say Harry Kane here, so we can just assume it's Harry Maguire as well.
No, not Harry Maguire, man. He's a fish. That one, man. But I agree with you about Tottenham, and as well, Bielsa doesn't park the bus. He goes for, and as well, the way Conte plays. Conte is also defensive minded, and he also plays on the break. So I feel like Tottenham, Son, they want to have a field day against Leeds. It could be a high scoring game as well. Because with Leeds, man, they're a team that are capable of catching hands. Pelatina, I think we beat them. Did we beat them 5 in the first fixture? Yeah, we beat them 5-1.
I think you guys,
we slapped them 5-1. So I think this is a game where even Kane is a potential captain candidate, for FPL, in my opinion. I think
one of because definitely you can't look past Salah. Salah. I think Salah, Ronaldo. Salah, Ronaldo. I'll even say maybe someone like if Sterling was still on form, this would be a nice game for him to get some goals.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But yeah, I think definitely those two. You don't look past Kane, Salah, and Ronaldo this weekend for captain.
I know that's true. So yeah, for me, man, I think it'll be a 4-0, 4-1. Maybe Rafinha scores just for fantasy because I have Rafinha in my fantasy.
Of course. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
It's a good investment for fantasy, definitely.
Yeah, I know. Let's quickly do the combined 11. Because the stream has taken quite some time. We've been live for 50 minutes. So just want us to hit this real quick. Yeah, okay. And then goalkeeper for you.
So you don't look past. Oh, look, Ramsdale has been incredible. So on form, we have to go Ramsdale. We have to be honest and go with Ramsdale. I mean, he has the same number of clean sheets as Alisson now already, and he's only played less games. So we can't look past Ramsdale, especially because Alisson Ifeanyi is iffy. And then we have to go. We have to go Van Dijk. Oh, we're going right back. Right back. Right back. It has to be Trent. Let's go Trent. I mean, Trent is a genius with the ball at his feet.
Yeah, no doubt. And then of course, Van Dijk is a left-sided centre back, nah? Or Van Dijk.
Yeah, a left-sided centre back because everyone else in his team is right-footed, so he's easy, he's comfortable. I think it's the same thing as with Diaz. Diaz, whenever he's playing with the right foot, he'll go play on the left. So definitely Van Dijk. I think I'd want to say Matip, but I don't think on form he deserves it. I think Gabriel on form has been really playing well. On form, Gabriel has been really good. He's been fighting his own battles across the league lately. So for me, definitely, I think Gabriel deserves to be included here.
And then left back.
left back, Robo. Of course, Robo has been incredible. I think because Tierney hasn't been as effective. I think because of his injuries and he's in and out this week and whatever. But I mean, you don't get any better than Robertson, I think, in left back in the Premier League, unless if you're speaking Cancelo. So
of course, I know Cancelo's the best left back and right back in the league.
Oh no, of course, he's style out there.
Big time. I like how Pep. I like how Pep. First season, like for every player who's new to the Premier League, I like how he doesn't rush them. Into the team. But as time progresses, you kind of see what he does.
Get your game time.
It gets them used to the Premier League, bro.
Okay, then. Genius, man.
It is, bro. No, jealous done. Holding, who do we have?
So we're speaking about Partey, ne? And I think Partey pretty much holds his own here. But I know this is something we can probably debate between him and Fabinho. So I don't know. I think in the league, for me, there's very few fun in that position. You're holding mid between Rodri no Fabinho. I think that's the benchmark in the Premier League. It's Kante because Kante now is more of a box to box. But in terms of teams abafuna udlala ibhola and center mids know how to play football, it has to be those two. So I think between those two, I don't know who you feel more comfortable in.
For me personally, I'm to be basing this on form. Fabinho right now is not as on form as Partey is. Right now, Partey is just he's reminding me of his Atletico Madrid days. So for me, I'd say Partey, bro. So is that cool?
I agree. Thomas, let's go, Thomas. Thomas was panida this season. I think he showed many of his critics, hey, I'm here.
Party. And then
in front of him, So if we are honest, right? If we are very honest, Hendo's been having a good start.
Yes.
Henderson had an incredible start of the season. I mean, everyone was looking at, hey, Thiago's going to start in this season, Magabuya. And I think when he injury to Keita as well has sort of elevated him to go play well. So I think definitely deserves to be in our combined 11 with Hendo.
Yes, and as much as I don't like Henderson as like he's not my type of midfielder, but jealous down. Do you see his assist for Salah, bruh? Against United.
There's a pass, man.
I know that was a pass.
I think that was every day. I think in the past week when I woke up after that game, I used to play that video every day, and I woke up and be like, "Yes, let's pass,
dude, that was a key pass." Yeah. And then last CM,
Sambi Lokonga. I think Sambi Lokonga to play in a two-man midfield in the Premier League these days takes a lot, and he's been playing a two-man midfield with Partey the whole season. Well, maybe not the whole season, but most of the season. So I'd want to include him in here. I think if Keita was still fit, Keita would probably
definitely
that position without a doubt. Keita was incredible
without a doubt.
The injury. So I'm gonna mix it up here, and I'm gonna throw Sambi Lokonga specifically because of form, and particularly because the young man who's playing in a two-man midfield in the Premier League, and we rarely see that.
But Sambi,
Sambi, S-A-M-B-I, Sambi Lokonga.
Oh, Sambi, and it's from what again? It's from Belgium, ne? Sambi.
Is he from Belgium? It's Belgian. Albert Sambi Lokonga.
Yeah, Albert Sambi Lokonga.
You can see. Go to Hlaganpil.
Hlaganpil. Yeah. And then of course,
he's 22 years old as well. Shit.
Yeah, he's still. You see, Arsenal have youngsters in their team. You know, you kind of see what Arteta's trying to do, but of course, that won't necessarily yield any trophies or top four. But we know left-sided Mvetu. I think Usadio Mvetu, like.
Of course.
Is there anyone from Arsenal who would start ahead of?
But I mean, in terms of form, form, I think we'd probably have to go Mane ST, then Smith Rowe LW, then Salah RW, if we were to set it up. Because I don't think we really can pick any strikers here. We can't really pick Aubameyang. We can't really pick Jota or Firmino. I mean, Firmino scored that hat-trick, and then everyone was like, he's back, but is he really back? So I think that's our front three now.
Yeah, you are right, dog. Smith Rowe, Emil Smith Rowe, and then of course we'll put,
Salah up front. The main man.
This guy's a problem, man. He's an asset on FPL, So I mean, you know what? I agree with you. Look, hey, this what's a boy? Wavy is like Saka.
Saka. You see, so that's the thing I was speaking about earlier. I remember I was telling you, Guti. I've actually on fantasy I've been picking the opposite players. Like I picked Osaka and Smith Rowe's getting the points, and I picked Chilwell and David James is getting the points. So based on form, I think what's a boy, man. I think based on form, Smith Rowe currently is incredible. He's maybe miles ahead of Osaka. Maybe not miles ahead, but definitely on form, very very much ahead of him. And obviously no one can take out Mane and Salah in any Premier League team, especially this season. No. I fully agree with you, Sihle. I'm not saying Saka sucks. He is a good footballer. It's just that Smith Rowe, he's basically that number 10 that they gave him, and just giving him powers. All of a sudden, this guy say something. It's even his decision making on the ball, he doesn't even lose the ball when he has the ball. Man, I think this is a fair enough. Happy as well.
Combined 11. I know a lot of people will disagree. They're gonna be like, Henderson, how? You know how people are, but of course, when you base this on form, man, chill us down, dog. Like, you guys to put these players in the combined 11, man.
Of course.
Yeah. So for me, I'm happy with it, dog. I'm happy with it. I hope even this can create a debate. Hopefully people can in the comment section say interact. Yeah. But yeah, Sihle, dog, I feel like we've come to the end. Thank you so much, man, for availing yourself. I mean, an hour it's pretty much an hour of us, interacting and catching up. This is our first conversation in years, bro.
Yes, yeah. We've been speaking for years anyway. So
yeah.
No problem. Thank you for inviting me, dog.
We I mean, I've known you since the Cathy and Mark era. Remember? Cathy and Mark.
But yeah, but so cool. You just need to keep doing our stuff, making sure we see a push and thank you for inviting me to the show, Fanai. And hopefully we do it again soon. And
definitely. You like the only City fan I actually know. I know like who is actually a diehard City supporter. Okay, there's also another guy, Utu, but Utu ish. It's just that the Naraga told his cat but when at least I have someone when it comes to City commentary, you can of course provide us with the necessary feedback.
No, man. Definitely.
Yeah. So guys, please. Sorry, did you want to say something?
No. I'm saying no. But it's great to be on the show, man.
I know. Thank you so much, guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Help us out with the algorithm. This is the goalpost, and we out. Peace out.
Sure.